The world of action cameras and drones is getting extremely competitive. We've got big moves on patents, we've got next generation leaks, and we've got a first time drone from a surprising player. So let's jump in. So there's no shortage of drama in the action camera space, especially when it comes to protecting what you invent. And according to GoPro, the company has just secured an important legal victory. The US International Trade Commission's administrative law judge found that Insta360 has violated federal law by importing and selling products that infringe on GoPro's design patent for its Hero camera. Specifically, patent D78435. But I know that you all just had that, like right on the top of the dome. According to Insta360, the same ITC ruling rejected GoPro's 5 utility patent claims covering features like stabilization, horizon leveling, distortion, and aspect ratio conversion as either invalid, not infringed, or both. So I think both companies here can call this a win. Insta360 has credited its rapid design updates for avoiding infringement on even the latest design patents. And the company has stressed that its full lineup remains on sale in the United States without restriction. Insta360 CEOs J.K. Liu criticized patent litigation as a way for legacy players to challenge innovation instead of competing on products, and noted continued legal action in China as well as ongoing patent reviews in the US. Both sides are now waiting on the final determination from the ITC's full commission, which is expected in November. It's clear that neither GoPro nor 360 are backing down, and the outcome will likely set the tone for competition in the space well into next year. I mean, I see both sides of this. I can appreciate the fact that an existing company with design and intellectual patents on their technology, they want to protect that. And as a new company, can't just jump into the space and start copying other people's work. But at the same time, if you have patents that are, I guess you could say, stale and are overgeneralized, and you just use them as a legal baseball bat to keep other competitors out of the market, well, that's stifling innovation. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Because speaking of GoPro, we have to talk about something that's been talked about in the community for quite some time, and that's the GoPro Max II. It's been anticipated for quite some time, and we've seen roughly 2 years of development delays. We've seen early teaser images from GoPro, but nothing concrete, which is relatively on brand for GoPro. But expectations are through the roof for this camera since it's been so long, and we're expecting it to go head-to-head with the X5, as well as the newly leaked DJI Osmo 360, which I am currently working on a video for, specifically about its sensor. We got to talk about that sensor. The expectations are that it will need to shoot at least 8K 30 to match what the X5 is doing. And in the teaser images, we see a reworked body from the original Max that features a finned heat guard on the front to hopefully reduce overheating. It also has its lens positioned more centrally, unlike its predecessor. The Max II was originally due at the end of 2024 after development started in 2023, but delays have pushed it back. Next, I want to talk about this video's sponsor, which is me. And unless I say otherwise, every video on this channel is backed by my photography business. YouTube ad revenue is nice, but it doesn't keep the lights on. I am a working professional photographer and videographer, and this is how I make a living. I specialize in portraits, events, weddings, photo and video work for small businesses. If you're in Las Vegas or Southern California and you need a professional to make you, your family, or your business look amazing, you can quickly book me online through my website. I offer free Benny sessions as well as package and daily rates. Busy season is about to hit, so grab your spot before I'm fully booked. Speaking of the Insta360 X5, we've got another update that is kind of showing how quickly Insta360 and just the 360 market in general can move. Insta360 is expanding support for its X5 camera, and according to reports, the company's first major firmware update for the 360 is going to bring a ton of improvements. The big highlight is a new adaptive tone feature that promises better color and detail in both bright and dark areas when filming with both lenses. This algorithm records more lighting information from the environment for each lens, which is then used in post-processing to adjust exposures for more natural-looking footage, depending on your shot selection. This update also brings improvements for low-light video. Pure video mode, which uses AI and dynamic range optimization, is now available when shooting with a single lens. Now, for creators who shoot in bright conditions like me, I shoot on my mountain bike on the trail all the time. Insta360 is launching new ND filters. We've been asking for this for a long time. This is fantastic. We've got an ND16, an ND32, and an ND64, each priced at $59, which is a little steep considering their size, but if the optical quality is good, then what, filters cost money. And these clip onto the X5's replaceable lens system, which allows for slower shutter speeds and intentional motion blur if you really want to get that 180-degree rule. Battery life is also getting a boost with the endurance mode turned on. Recording in 8K 30 can stretch close to 2 hours, which is an improvement over the previous runtime. For even longer shoots, the new Ultra battery, which is $49, gives you 2,800 milliamps, which is roughly 17% more than the standard 2,400 milliamp battery, which in itself was already a beast, taking recording time from lower resolutions up from 185 to 208 minutes. Now, a new $159 wireless remote is also available, bringing more functionality to the X5, working as a watch or mounting to handlebars, providing an LCD live preview. It also includes speed and direction via GPS and gives noise-canceling microphones with a windscreen. Now, this is targeted directly at cyclists and motorcyclists, and other tweaks include updates to the immersive shake stabilization, which smooths out bumps in action shots while preserving a sense of speed. It's also got an auto license plate blur feature for privacy. That is a huge update. Big on software, big on hardware. I'm telling you, GoPro and DJI have a lot of competition if they want to get into this market for real. Real quick, if you're enjoying the content here, I'd really appreciate it if you become a channel member. You'll get access to my Lightroom preset packs, my LUTs, as well as custom motion graphics that I've created for myself as a photographer here on YouTube. You'll also get priority comments, early release videos, live VIP videos, and chat. But first, I want to take you through just a few of the Lightroom presets that we have in the Spring Tone kit. This has been the pack that I've been using all spring when shooting my clients, starting with Daybreak, which brings just kind of a warmth to the image, as well as Glow Line, which is just a little bit cooler. I also love Tidefall, which kind of deepens things, really separates out the background, and Sunset Veil, which is again a little bit more on the cool side, but I really, really like this preset. So again, if you want to support the channel and what I'm doing here, go ahead and become a member. You'll get that LUT pack for free. I'm not selling that anywhere. And again, it is $1 to become a member. Thanks so much. And back to the video. Let's shift gears just a little bit. Let's talk about drones and specifically what's coming from DJI. According to multiple sources, DJI's next budget-friendly quadcopter is going to be the Mini 5 Pro. We've talked about it a little bit on the channel, and following the success of the Mini 4, the Mini 5 Pro is anticipated to launch as early as August 7, which is just in a few weeks. But the rollout could potentially be affected by US-China trade tariff decisions, with the possibility of further price increases if tariffs jump above the current 30% on imports. Now, just to mention real quick, today it was announced that Japan and the United States have come to an agreement on tariffs. This news is moving fast, and I'll get you updates as soon as I get them. Now, the rumors are indicating that the Mini 5 Pro will feature advanced optical avoidance. It's optical obstacle avoidance, as well as LiDAR, a newly upgraded camera, and gimbal design, potentially with a 1-inch sensor. But again, I will point to the Osmo 360 video that will be out on the channel very soon, so subscribe for that, where we're gonna talk about what potentially a 1-inch sensor actually might be. It's also gonna be coming with bigger motors, increased battery capacity, and a range of up to 25 kilometers. It's also expected to remain under 249 grams in ways that we are not really sure about. But of course, that means that it's going to be ideal for compliance avoidance, not having to register here in the US, as well as having fixed propellers for quieter operation. And we do have a recent FCC filing, so it's pointing to a very imminent release. And while official details remain slim, the Mini 4 Pro earned praise for its omnidirectional obstacle avoidance and robust connections. So users are expecting strong imaging, easy manual controls, and more. And with possible pricing pressure from tariffs, buyers may have to weigh whether it's in their budget to upgrade. But will a better camera and lightweight build be enough to justify a higher price? Sounds like we need to discuss whether or not the Mini series is still going to be the go-to for new drone pilots, especially considering the X1 Mini that just came out. I've got a link down in the description to Amazon. I've not seen this drone, but I know that it's under $1,000 for their Fly More combo, and the specs look really great. So check that out if you're interested. Real quick, I want to break into this video to say thank you. Thank you to everyone who participated in my Instagram giveaway. I now have over 1,200 followers. We've hit our goal. I've also got over 21,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and I couldn't have done it without any of you. I can't do any of this without all of you. So I really want to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Now, I'm in the process of putting my gear list together so that we can start the giveaway, and I'll be announcing a live video to do that very soon. In the meantime, if you want to continue following me over there on Instagram, I'm active and I can always use the help. If you want to support me even more, you can become a member of the channel, or you can follow me on Facebook or TikTok, where I'm still trying to grow. But that's it. I just want to say thank you. Now back to the video. Finally, there is a wild card entering the drone market, Insta360, a name that you should recognize. According to the leaked images and reports, the company known for 360-degree action cameras is now working on project codenamed Antigravity. And the leaks actually reveal 2 drone models and highlight a modular frame where prop guards can be removed for quick repairs and easy travel. Where it gets super interesting is in the camera system. The leaks are showing dual fisheye lenses designed for a full 360-degree view, shocker, coming from Insta360, with optics optimized for seamless stitching and minimal overlap. Now, the issue with this is normally the drone would get in the way because unlike a 360 camera where you have a stick or something, they have to figure out a way to get the arms out of the way. And apparently the drone's arms are positioned in the camera's blind spot and the motors are tilted at a 20-degree upward angle and a downward angle that allows the drone body and the props to effectively disappear. So it's like the whole thing is just kind of a lowrider. And so then you can get that immersive footage. Now this approach could let Insta360 set a new standard for aerial 360 imaging, directly leveraging the same technical edge that makes the X5 camera popular, with the device expected to have a not too in the distant future release, because much of the drone world is watching to see if Insta360 can disrupt DJI in dominating the skies. Now, would you buy a first-generation drone from a camera specialist company like Insta360? Karma! Or do you think it takes years to provide reliability in the air? Karma! Let me know. But as always, if you want to support what I'm doing here, consider becoming a channel member. It's $1. And if you're looking to book a photo or video session, all the details are down below, including my free mini sessions along with gear and deal lists that have everything that I use here in the studio to make my videos and more. And those links do go to benefit the channel. But as always, the easiest way to support the channel is just to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Those are both free of charge, but they go a long way to help me and to tell the algorithm that I'm doing the right thing and to help me grow here. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.